be talking about is you to yourself. Because the opinions you have about yourself are weightier than that which he has about you. The remarks and comments you make of yourself have more influence on you than him. So hence concept of self-talk becomes very important. Self-affirmations. Things in that line. So don't be a devil to yourself, man. Because there is difficult because you say, come out. You can't, nothing will come out because you are your own enemy, you are your own adversary. You have become your own EOP. Enemy of progress. So, what's my time? There are some things I want to say, but the problem is I don't want you to do those things when you see, right? So I'm always hesitant on talking about some of these things. Because if I say them, some of you feel the pressure to want to say, but no, let's do this, let's not do this, right? So let me place a disclaimer before I say it, right? What I'm going to say to you now, I prohibit you to practice it on me. Though I advise you, I personally do those things, and I'm seeing results. Very good results. And there are some things that you know that if you press this thing, you're going to get results. Right? There are things like that you just know that, okay, if this and this goes wrong and I do 1, 2, and 3, results are going to come. So there are a few things I want to communicate. We have about 30 minutes left. Matthew chapter number 23. Matthew 23. Matthew 23, verse number 34 to 39. Matthew 23, from the verse 34. It reads as follows. Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets, and wise men, and scribes. This is Jesus talking. And he gives more of a promise that I am going to send you prophets, I'm going to send you wise men, and I'm going to send you scribes. And some of them you shall kill and crucify. And some of them shall you scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous bloodshed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom you slew between the temple and the altar. The blood of Abel to the blood of Zachariah. Now I am tempted to talk about the blood of Jesus. The blood of Abel to the blood of Zachariah. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone them that are sent unto you. How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathered her chickens under her wings, and you would not? Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, you shall not see me henceforth, till you shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. This Jesus speaks while he's still in Jerusalem. And he's about to leave Jerusalem, and he goes back to Galilee. Now,
So please, this is very sensitive. I need you to really pay attention, right? This is really, really, really sensitive. Remember on Sunday we spoke about people that you relate with and how important those people are. Now, God in giving gifts, there are categories of gifts. God can give you things, physical things, as a gift. And God can give you spiritual gifts. Talk about prophecy, word of knowledge, word of wisdom, gifts of healing, or gift of healings. All these gifts, discernment, etc. God can give you those spiritual gifts. And He can also give you physical things as gifts. You can get a car, you can get a book, you can get, and God gives you that as a gift. Right? So God can gift you with spiritual things and physical things. And not only these two, but there is the climax of gifts, the most ultimate of gifts, and that is a person, or a people, or a group of individuals. So God can package a nice, tangible thing for you and give it over to you. Or He can allow by the Holy Spirit working in you a gift to start reflecting through you. But apart from these two, God can also work on a person and present that person over to you as your gift. Remember I said, don't practice these things I'm going to say on me. There are reasons why I'm saying it this way. God can deal with a person, prune their character, make sure that everything they do becomes of excellence. They are now worthy. Their lives now serve as an example fit to be followed. And after God has worked on this person, take that person and gives them over to you as your gift. So you can have a gift of a tangible thing from God for your benefit, or a spiritual gift, or a gift of a person. Remember in chapter number 4 of Ephesians, speaks about when Christ ascended on high, He gave gifts unto men. And if you read it all, the gifts there are the 5 people: the apostle, the prophet, the evangelist, the pastor, and the teacher. God gave gifts unto men when He was ascending. And those gifts were, though they are spiritual, they are not spiritual gifts per se, but they are gifts of men. And He left Christ and said, I'm going to mold an individual for a particular sect. And I'm going to present this person as a gift to them. And when this person of a gift is now with this person, the ultimate thing that should happen to the person to which the gift has been presented is this: they should be perfected. They should grow in stature. They should walk in fullness. They should not be deceived and be tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. And all these fruits are a result of a gift that Jesus gave over to people. So imagine now, all you are after now is a gift of a thing, or a spiritual gift. But all this time you are blinded to a gift of a person. There are people that God decides to work on. He looks at where you are going in life, looks at the destiny that He has set ahead of you, and starts to work on a single individual, prunes the person, and places everything you are going to need to see everything that has been planned by God for you. So that these things comes to pass. God does not bring certain harsh treatments over to you, but causes this individual to even learn through experience. And you now find out that this person, it's as if they can answer every question that I have. Yet this is the gift that God has worked on and presented over to you, so that when the gift is now in your presence, Ephesians 4 is fulfilled. You are perfected. You are better. No, there are some people that immediately when you are now in their presence, things just go well, man. So, but no, no matter the challenge, as long as this person is now accessible to you, things just get fine. And the problem that you usually make is when you find such gifts, the way that you treat them. That's where the issue now comes. You are fully aware that when I'm in the midst of these people, things just go well. And this is a gift that God has presented to you. And every time when a thing happens to you, you are in need of clarity. You are in need of direction. You are in need of something of value to your life. And you find yourself in the midst of this gift. Everything just starts to go well. But the error comes on this. The way in which you value the gift that God has given to you. Because remember, this is a human being. If this person capable to resolve your issues is presented over to you, and they sense an element of dishonor, they refrain from it. Though the gift is yours, but this gift that has been given to you, since it is a person, the person is a will. And if the will of this gift of yours is offended, they're going to start pulling away from you. So even though God has resolved certain of your issues through this individual, how you treat the individual actually triggers or pushes away the answer that you're in pursuit of. So there are certain things now, certain books you are not supposed to read, simply because another person has consumed those books on your behalf. Simply go and listen to that person. The content of 5 books will be summarized into 1 paragraph. And when the gift is now in your presence, how you treat that gift is very crucial. And don't think about me as I'm talking about this. Please, 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 please. I will show you the people you should follow as time goes on. I'm just here to open your eyes so that you see those people that you need. I'm doing my part for now, but there are people who have to work on you better than I can do. All right? Now, do you remember there was a time that Israel was in trouble? And God raised up and anointed an individual by the name of Samson. Samson would take, pillars, gates. He would uproot a gate. And it was not main gate type of a gate. Those were strongholds. Those things were high and lifted up. And this character would just come, uproot them. And there was a miracle that he did. He called animals. And he tied animals. And bent animals. And sent animals. Power over creation. The problem is you think it's witchcraft. When other people are controlling nature, we're like, no, this is occultic way. Did not our Lord do that? What manner of man is this? Even the winds and the seas, they obey him. It's the will of God for you to control it. But this powerful guy, the enemy would come and try to tie him. They would always fail. They would try to beat him up and nothing would happen. And he was serving as a gift to the nation of Israel. And because this guy was there, he was alone. His presence alone could resist the atmosphere of another nation. Imagine a whole country being sustained simply because of the presence of a single person. And this person is given over to the Israelites. But there was a time that the Israelites said, no, man, we don't like this guy. And if the opposing nation would try to tie Samson up, he would break the chains. He would break the ropes. But when he was tied by his own, he could not break it. And they took him and led him even unto the temple of the opposer. Look at this. God raises a gift, gives to people. And when challenges would come, he would resist on their behalf. But the very same people who were given this gift now work against their own gift. And hands over the person that God entrusted to assist them. So we don't have to remain up there in the scriptures. We have to be practical. There are people that God has sent in your direction. And nothing can harm those people. Literally nothing, except you. Except you. The people that God has assigned to assist you, you can resist them. And when they live with their assistance. So you should now open your eyes and start to study the people that have made an impact in your life. And analyze, could it be possible that there is something that you did to chase them away? Whether you're aware or unaware of it. There could be something that you have done to the people that God brought over to you to help you. Whether it's dishonor, whether it's talking too much, not rightly dividing your words. Oh, I can't when you're with you behave anyhow when you're with people that have the capacity to assist you. So I need you to do that study. That there was a time that you had an issue, and that issue was resolved because of this person who came into your life. Why is it that you failed to keep that person in your life? Could it be that another problem that came is a result of this person not being with him anymore? Because remember the guy Samuel. Scripture says the hand of the Lord was against the Philistines in all the days of his life. Imagine finding rest in your life simply because of the hand of the Lord against a particular group of people. And why is the Lord against those people? Samuel is there. And now the scripture that we read, Jesus says, I wish to gather you people in Israel, Jerusalem. The same way that a chicken would gather its own kids, its own little hens. The same way that a chicken would wish to preserve its own. Jesus said, I wish to preserve you. But you are killing your prophets. Because remember, he came in the office of the prophetic. And the moment he presented himself over to the people, he even affirmed to them that in another parable. He says, I send unto you a servant and you killed him. I send another servant to you and you killed him. And now the father says, I'm sending my son, and say, this is the heir. Let's also kill him. So the father is always in the business of sending individuals over your life. But when these individuals that come, they are not there to fulfill their will. They are coming on an assignment to preserve you. But when the individuals that are tasked and assigned to preserve you are now there, people in Jerusalem now take the responsibility to kill their own prophets. And after that, Jesus tells about something that is going to happen in the future. He says, I am going to send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes. So people are going to come in your direction. People with different mantles over their lives. And I'm going to send them over to you. But Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest thy own prophets. So you find out that there are individuals that God has made available to you for the sake of your growth. But Jerusalem has a problem. It kills its own prophets. Imagine. And remember, we are the heavenly Jerusalem. And that witness moved over together with us, the natural Jerusalem, even to the spiritual Jerusalem.
Sure.
We have a problem when it comes to realizing people that God has given over to us. So now, remember, don't do these things to me, eh? Please, please, I beseech. If you love me, don't do them to me. Yeah? If you love me. So if you try to, I'll just know, okay, later. I'm saying this because as you grow, you are going to encounter people that are willing to invest in you. People that will see just something likable on you. And they will feel they need to say, but no, man, let me do something for this person. And because you have been untrained to deal with the relevant people, you will resist them. But no, they want to steal my vision. Inability to see people that God has given. Because remember, God is not going to give you everything in a sense of giving. He's just going to work on an individual, present them over to you. And you have to now follow the footsteps of this individual. They have paid the price on your behalf. Your duty is simple. Learn from that person. So, how many people have you resisted thus far that God has placed in your environment? So you find out that you are praying, saying, God, your Egypt is difficult. Egypt, we are working hard, we are working hard. When Moses finally comes, no. Moses, we want another one. We want another one. The very same person, equipped, trained by God, and has proved that they have left Egypt before, and they've now come back to say, guys, let's go. When that person now comes, how do you react to that person's presence? Create, listen, this is very simple. But if you do it, Lord, the fruit you will see. Just find some, you just know, but no, man, Maramoto. Yeah. Things just go so nice when they are around. So don't offend that type of a person. Never should you do that. Never, 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 never should you do that. Now, what you should be working on actually is this. Since the price to mature like that person is too much for you to pay, don't pay it. Pay the price of keeping that person. It's my simple. Very simple. Very simple. Pay the price of keeping that type of an individual. At all costs, if you find that this person here, they are really, really more knowledgeable than me, don't try to read every book they have read. You will not find the time. By the time that you have read everything they've read, and you are now at their level, they are now even greater than you. So just simply find people that makes your life easy and strive to keep them. It's not a difficult thing. I know one hallelujah, but simplify your life. Like don't work hard for nothing. You know, some people are really working hard in this life. They're really hard workers. But you look at the efforts they're investing and the fruit that comes out of that effort. But no, there's an easier way of doing this. And hear me well. If there is an easy way of doing a thing and it produces good results, go for that easy way. Don't act tough. Go for the easy way. No, that's my time. That's my time. All right, 10 minutes. So in conclusion now, Jesus says he wished to gather people as a mother hen would gather the children. But since he was dishonored, he says, I'm going to leave your house desolate. And you are never again going to see me until the day you are going to say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. So I'm leaving, not because I don't like you, but because you have not honored me enough. And I'm not willing to invest when my honor is not seen. So he's leaving and says, the condition for my coming, you guys have to say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. So up until people will look at Jesus and say, wow, this guy is coming in the name of the Lord. And they honor him for who he truly is. He's saying, I'm not coming back. So there are certain people now, you have to go back and apologize to. If you maintain that pride of yours, okay, keep it, and you keep it with your problems. If you want to keep it together with your issues. There are some people now, if you just go and say, hey Joe, that day, I didn't say this thing nice to you, I'm really sorry. Just that simple apology restores the relationship. And actually, one major purpose of relationships is just to solve each other's problems. If your relationships are not solving issues, then no need to relate. Yes. There are problems, let's say a problem of loneliness, right? You need a friend to resolve that. So if who you are calling your friend, you are still lonely when you're with them, why are you even friends? So, there are people now, you have to swallow that pride in you. But if you still want to keep it, keep it. But you have to go and say, hey, Joe, I need you. And they have to know. Don't try to act all tough and when a person has proved themselves capable to assist you, you should announce to them that ever since you came into my life, I'm seeing a change. And for that, I appreciate it. Simple things. And what that person will start to do for you. The moment they realize that, but I invested myself there and there and there and there and there. But I've never been appreciated this much. And you know, actually, Jesus actually advises appreciating people who help others more than giving to the poor. There was a time that he says, it is good that this perfume is poured on me than the giving of this thing to the poor. So, honor the people that are reducing burdens in your life. Okay? And I'm going to give you some practical ways, right? And like I said, don't practice this on you. And listen, you are going to see results. You do these small things, the results you will see. Major results. Let's say the person has a Facebook account, right? Write something nice about that person publicly. Simple, right? This is now the practicality of it. When you find yourself, let's say, Caesar here has helped me to understand certain concepts about the kingdom of God, right? And in his absence, and I'm now dealing with these people, every time when I talk, I should reference what he taught me. People should feel the weight of how much he has assisted me in my vocabulary. The day that it comes to his awareness, he will go all out. Because it is not everyone who's treating him like this. So imagine now, after investing yourself over to lives, and just a portion from those lives, appreciate. Obviously, you are going to treat the ones who are appreciating better than the ones who are not appreciating. Very simple. Very simple. So, whether it's, someone has assisted you with your homework, because if you want to start this appreciating thing at a major scale, you will fail. So just that one person who gave you the score and it was accurate, say something about that person. Say, as you are busy looking at your transcript, people should know that this distinction, it was never going to be possible had I not encountered that person. So when you, listen, because the same honor you would give to this individual in their absence, that is the same amount of honor you are going to get in your absence. So if you don't see it necessary to honor this individual, people are going to learn from your conduct. That's the seed that you have sown. So that seed that you have sown, people talk about karma, right? Karma is really, there are scriptural words for it. You can't use karma. Karma is just, it sounds demonic. Find another way. But in the very same way that you appreciate others, that is the very same way you're going to be appreciated. The very same way you give to others, that is the very same way things will be given over to you. Life is very simple and it's very hard. It's hard for people who are not willing to do these simple things. And it's simple for those who are willing to practice these simple things. So, like I said in conclusion, I think I have about 3 minutes left. There are people that God will always send into your life. Some will stay for a lifetime. Some will stay for a shorter period of time. Some are there, they're really there. And part of the first people that God gave to you as gifts, simply your guardians. Or another word, your parents. Right? They have done something on you that other people were not willing to do for you. Can I say something? It is vulgar in it.
No.
May I?
Yes.
May I?
No.
Yes. Okay, let me not. Let me not. Some minds are it's too deep. But it's offensive in South Africa. If you go to Nigeria and say it in they don't have another way for that thing. So they use it and everyone, even children, they walk around it. And it's normal. But anyway, let me not say it. Let me not say it. If you want to know, just after we are done here, just say, so what's that? But don't walk around saying it. Don't walk around saying, now I've lost what I wanted to say. But your parents, your guardians, they have done something for you that millions and billions of people were not willing to do for you. And part of those things, very simple. One might have been taught how to tie a tie. You might have been taught, but before you even go to that, you used to wear nappies. And there are people who were disgusted by your presence when you messed up with nappies. And they were willing to forsake you. And this individual